Kardashian has some thoughts on Kanye's Tristan Thompson diss.
And Kylie Jenner received major hate for her most recent Instagram post.
Plus, Sofia Richie finally stood up to Scott Disick's cheating butt. We're talking about all of these things right now on Hollyscoop's Daily Rewind. Happy Monday, you guys. Welcome to Hollyscoop's Daily Rewind. I'm Madison Hill.
And I'm Kate DeRocher.
The first thing we are talking about is Khloe Kardashian, because although Kanye West made several revelations on his new album, I've got to say one of my favorite lines was his very obvious diss towards Tristan Thompson.
It is amazing. My jaw dropped when I heard this one.
It's so great. And Kate, I know you kind of filled everyone in on this last week. In case you guys missed it, here's what he said. He said, quote, "All these thoughts on Christian Mingle, that's almost what got Tristan single. If you don't ball like him or Kobe, guarantee that gonna leave you."
Like, okay, boom. Kanye, I see you.
He literally said what we all couldn't say.
Right? Like,
that's what I have
Thank
to
you.
Yeah.
I think it was him like standing up for Khloe. That's how I took it.
Oh, 1,000%.
I thought it was nice. It was good.
So we've kind of been waiting for Khloe's reaction to this because some might think that she was kind of mad about it. And at first, that's what people thought because she videotaped herself listening to Taylor Swift like shortly after the music dropped, the album dropped. You can obviously see why people thought that was her not standing up for Kanye. They've had a lot of feuds in the past, Kanye and Taylor. But in fact, Khloe felt the opposite of hate. I think it's safe to say that she loved the diss just like the rest of us. Thank goodness. Because over the weekend, Khloe tweeted, quote, "Yay," with a fire emoji. So
it was fire. Let's be real.
Exactly.
He crushed it.
It's a subtle way of saying that she liked Kanye's, little line. But of course, everything that Khloe does these days is subtle. So
that is very true. She's very cryptic nowadays.
Exactly. So I'm taking that as like she supports Kanye and she's finally starting to inch away from Tristan Thompson.
Exactly. Some people were like, he's dissing Khloe too. I was like, how?
No.
All he's doing is like standing up for his sister-in-law.
Exactly. Pointing out the obvious. And aside from showing Kanye some love, Khloe also gave a shout out to her siblings over the weekend. She said, quote, "I have the best sisters in the world. I feel so blessed. Built-in besties. I love you guys. Rob, you're already my ace in life."
Finally not a cryptic post.
Finally not a cryptic post.
Thank you, Khloe. We get this one.
Exactly. So I'm taking her praise of Kanye to say she's
thumbs up.
On the way to being done with Tristan.
Oh,
Fingers
gosh,
crossed.
we hope.
Fingers crossed. All right, next let's talk about Kylie. So typically, Kate, when you post an Instagram happy birthday for your friend, would you say, or someone in your family, like your sister, would you say that you include that person in the picture?
They're generally, in there somewhere.
Yeah, you would think so. But I guess if you're Kylie Jenner, that's not how you do a birthday post.
Because it's Kylie Jenner.
Exactly.
Nothing she does is normal.
Exactly. Most recently, Kylie posted this happy birthday picture for her nieces, North and Penelope. And while some fans found it cute, tons of people pointed out one major thing. Where are the birthday girls?
Kind of confusing.
This is weird, especially because on your Instagram story, you're at their birthday party.
Right?
I don't understand.
You could probably get a picture somewhere during that day, Kylie.
You couldn't get a quick selfie. So cue the hate from fans in the comments. People said things like, "How are you going to have a picture of you and your child but wishing someone else a happy birthday?"
It is uncomfortable, let's be real. Like, yes, it's a cute picture. She could have posted it any other day,
Right.
though.
It's just kind of awkward.
Yeah,
it's like,
exactly.
This is so unnecessary.
Right?
Kylie also received hate for her Gucci baby carrier that costs a casual $625.
Wow.
It's a necessity for every mom.
I mean, of course.
Is the Gucci carrier.
We all have that.
I wish that's actually one reason I would have a baby, is just so I could have that Gucci carrier.
Just walk around with that.
Exactly.
The baby.
Fans were saying things like, "This is the least supportive and most pointless carrier I've ever seen," and "Why is she smothering her poor baby with her Gucci bag? LMAO." I'm just like,
poor Stormy.
Poor Stormy. Again, also, I do want to point out, she did not show Stormy's face, and she has not been doing that ever since this last paternity blow up.
Does this hint at something? We say yes.
Yes, I was like, that's interesting. Clearly, she's trying to not bring that conversation to life, but I'm like, Kylie, I see what you're doing, and you're bringing it so to life.
Tim's a baby daddy. We all know it.
Exactly. The only people who did like Kylie's post, of course, are her sisters, Khloe and Kendall. Khloe commented gorge, while Kendall said mom life.
But they have to. That's like a requirement.
Yeah, I feel like they probably saw all the people who were giving her like so much hate, and they're like, "Yeah, girl, keep doing you. We support you. Sisters supporting sisters."
So uncomfortable. It's fine.
Yeah, I don't know. She missed the mark on this one, but like you said, this is just typical Kylie. Like, I also thought it was very odd and very funny, but it's like, what do we expect from Kylie at this point?
It's kind of like when girls post like bikini pictures and do a motivational quote with it. I'm like, that doesn't relate, but yeah, we see you just wanted to post that picture.
Yeah. So Kylie, we see it. Yeah. We're not surprised. All right. What I am surprised at, though, is this story about Sofia Richie. Mm-hmm. So at the end of last week, I filled you guys in on how Scott was seen at Kanye's album release party with his hands all over some random woman.
Like seriously all over, like up her shirt. It was good.
It was a lot. And aside from him getting handsy with someone who was not Sofia, TMZ reported that Scott was overheard telling everyone that he was single. So we were like thinking, okay, they were definitely headed towards a breakup.
Yes, something happened on their vacation last week that clearly was
exactly.
Not good.
And to our surprise, Sofia did not let Scott's actions go, and she decided to confront him about the situation. Mm-hmm. I'll admit, I didn't think this would happen. I thought she had like Scott goggles on.
Oh, for
and
sure.
thought he couldn't do any wrong.
So blinded by love. But good for Sofia.
She is
I'm
not.
I'm very proud of her.
She is not. A source told Radar Online, quote, that Sofia, quote, couldn't take it anymore and that Scott has been, quote, off the rails recently and is not in a good place.
That's where Scott always is not in a good place. For real, he's always off the rails.
Is Scott ever on the rails? No. It sounds like seeing Scott with his hands around another woman was kind of the final straw for her because the source went on to reveal that Sofia was the one to officially end things with Scott once she saw the pictures. Because it's like, once you have proof, what are you going to say?
Oh, yeah. Like, it's very obvious. There's nothing he could say to get out of that by then.
Exactly.
So bad.
However, of course, you know, even though she was the one to end things, that still hasn't stopped her from being upset by this whole thing, which can you really blame her?
Of course. I'd be in bed with some ice cream all day.
One day they're on vacation, hugging in the ocean. The next, Scott's doing what he was doing.
Very confusing.
Very confusing. A separate source told Hollywood Life, quote, Sofia is really pissed at Scott. She thinks he's made her look like a fool, and she's super upset and hurt by it. Mm-hmm. And then the Hollywood Life source went on to back up the source that spoke to Radar Online by saying, quote, Sofia has told Scott in no uncertain terms that she wants nothing to do with him and that she doesn't even want to speak to him right now.
Can I just do like a slow clap? I mean, really. About time, Sofia. He was never good for you.
I really hope she sticks to her convictions here. I think it's going to be hard. Mm-hmm. But one thing I think that will keep her from forgiving him is her dad, Lionel Richie. This is interesting.
Exactly what I thought.
Yeah, this is really interesting. So over the weekend, another source told Us Magazine that he is one of the main reasons Sofia stood up to Scott. Mm-hmm. The source said that Lionel threatened to cut her off if she didn't end her unhealthy relationship with Scott. So with that threat of, you know, the million money train being ended.
You need that, right?
Yeah, it's like, do I take my inheritance of millions of dollars or Scott Disick? Sophia, I hope you would say the $1 million of inheritance.
That's a clear answer. Hello.
So girls, stick to your guns. Stick to your guns. All right, you guys, let us know what you think about all of these stories. What do you think about Khloe's response to Kanye's Tristan diss? Were you happy that she was happy? Because we definitely were.
Yeah.
What did you think about Kylie Jenner's little birthday post for her nieces? Was it weird that they weren't in the picture? It was. And last but not least, what do you think about Sofia Richie confronting Scott and being the one to finally end things? Talk it out down there in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe, and we'll see you guys here tomorrow on Hollyscoop's Daily Rewind.
Bye guys.